News keeps on coming, ladies and gents. No Man's Sky Next Generation or Update 3.10 is going to be an amazing update and, well, basically day for when this is gonna drop for No Man's Sky. It seems that this is gonna be a day one update for the next gen of consoles. Now, if you live in the United States, then I also envy you a little bit, because this means that you're getting your new gen of consoles about a week before Europe and some other regions. Meanwhile, us, we're getting it about on the 18th, I believe. Not really sure, because I kind of stopped counting. It's a bit depressing, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit depressing to live in Europe and only get the new gen of consoles a week after the United States, but you know what, you're gonna be able to play it a bit earlier than everybody else. Meanwhile, we do have some gameplay details about update 3.10, which, by the way, is going to be a day one update for the new gen of consoles, and we do have some gameplay details here as well. And by the way, everything that you're seeing in the trailer, or well, after the transitions, is on the PlayStation 5, so that is brand new No Man's Sky PlayStation 5 gameplay. But let's begin with the details. So update 3.10 brings a graphically enhanced and smoother No Man's Sky to the next generation of consoles. All enhancements are available to PC players. Continue your journey in a universe with bigger bases, lusher planets, more players, faster warp speeds, and more, free for all of existing players. And of course, we have the Series X and S, as well as the PS5 logos right here. You already saw the trailer, so I'm gonna leave it in the background. We also have our reaction, so if you want to go ahead and check it out, I'm gonna leave the link to the previous video down below. But we do have some really amazing changes to the lushness of the world, to how the worlds look and the environment, and now they're going to be fuller than ever before. So wander across lusher, denser alien environments than ever before. Planetary terrain is populated with thicker grasses, flower, fungi, and rocks, rendered with high-resolution textures and more detailed geometry. And of course, we have the comparison right here. This is how it looks right now in the current version of the game. It looks cool, it looks nice, I'm not gonna lie, I like this planet, but check this out. Bam, there you have it. This is how it's all going to look on the next gen, of course, with a ton more detail. Grass is rendered at a much higher distance than ever before, and of course we also have a ton of other details that can be seen from much further away. And let's not forget about the fact that you also get the volumetric changes, like the lighting effects, you get like fog and all that kind of stuff that has been changed in the new update as well, or will be changed in the new update. These improvements are available on PS5, Series X, and all PC players who run on ultra settings. Now, the biggest feature, of course, and the one that we talked about towards the end of the previous video, was the richer base construction, which kind of looks something like this. So in the new update, we're going to be able to have a much greater and more vast bases that are kind of aching towards those really amazing cities that we've been waiting for a very long time. Base building on next generation consoles can reach more ambitious heights with the ability to construct a larger, more complex build, and of course this shot right here looks absolutely amazing. Now, we do have other changes too, so of course we do see some other shots right here with the vegetation, the trees looking really crisp and whatnot. Nothing that we don't have right now in the game, is just that it's way more dense and populated than in the current version of the game. But your journey will continue from where you left, as we talked about previously. So seamlessly transition your No Man's Sky journey to the next generation. Xbox One saves are automatically compatible with the next Xbox generation, and PS4 players can upload their save data in-game for download on the PS5, and we have it right here. It shows exactly how it works. You go into the game, you will have this new button right here with the transfer save data, and you're going to be able to upload all of your save data to the next gen, which by the way means that you need to first do this on the PS4 and then go onto the PS5 and migrate your saves over there. At the very least, that's what I'm taking from this game and from this footage. And by the way, this is something that is also similar to, I believe, Control. That is also a game that kind of requires an activation on the PS4 before going on the PS5 and migrating your saves, but it still looks quite impressive. Now, 32-player multiplayer isn't something that's too much of a surprise for you if you're a PC player, because you already have that since basically the next update. But for the first time ever, console players on next generation hardware can traverse the universe in sessions of up to 32 players, explore, build, fight, and survive alongside more travelers than ever before. And of course, it looks glorious. I'm not sure if there's 32 people in this image. I'm pretty sure it's about only like no more than a dozen, but it's still looking really amazing. It should also mean that crossplay between PC and console is going to be a little bit smoother, and now you can have a bit more fun with what's happening in the crossplay gameplay. And of course, here's another shot that looks absolutely gorgeous. Another city-like structure, probably the same city but from a different shot. It looks amazing. I cannot wait to build a mega facility like this, and I'm really curious how the frame rates are going to be in the new gen. Now, as far as the crossplay goes, you already know that this is already possible. For a while now, we had it with the Xbox One update or the Game Pass update like a couple of months ago, but all iterations of the universe are now united, and travelers on PlayStation 5 and Series X can explore alongside travelers on all other platforms. Now, you might be thinking that it is the same thing, but it's actually a little bit different, because now this means we have one single universe with the same discoveries, which in theory should mean that we don't have to input those codes and get invited by console players to see their creations. Now, since the universe is all resetted, all shared, we should be able to see the same constructions on all of the platforms, which should make link sharing and base sharing and all that kind of stuff way easier and way more convenient, and I'm digging the change. Of course, 4K 60 FPS is going to be a thing in the new gen with the PS5 and the Series X. You can have the option between a high quality native resolution at 30 FPS or high performance at 60 FPS. I think that this means basically you can play at 4K 60 FPS, but not with the ultra settings, which are like the high vegetation detail and whatnot. You're probably going to be able to play 4K 60 FPS, but at the lower details, or you can go with 4K ultra everything, but only 30 FPS. So I'm not really entirely sure, because it's a bit confusing. I think we need to ask Hello Games what this actually means, but it still means we're getting that nice crisp quality and the FPS on the consoles. Now, the biggest surprise for me is going to be the improved warp. I've talked about this in one of the previous videos, and people said that no, that's not possible, like how would warping even work in the new update? Well, here it is, improved warp, and startup speed is going to be much more improved. By the way, this is footage from the PlayStation 5 right here with the loading time, so let's see exactly how many seconds it passes before it fully loads the game. Okay, so I counted about 16 seconds from the point in which like the person chooses the play over there and it fully logs in the game. That's about 16 seconds. I believe that that's a bit like shorter than what I currently have with my SSD on the PC. So I'm playing the game on an SSD on the PC, but I believe it takes over 20 seconds to fully load in, and I'm on a pretty fast SSD. I think it was the best when I bought it, but again, it's just a comparison. It just means that you get now that powerful fast load time that we already had on the PC for a while now, but now it's even better, maybe even compared to the PC, so a huge plus for me right here. We also have another comparison of the ultra visuals right here at the bottom. So graphical rendering on next gen is enhanced at every level with improved lighting, shadows, animation fidelity, volumetric effects, texture quality, and greater draw distance, and it kind of looks like this. I will tell you this, even right now on the PC version at its best on ultra, I don't think it looks like this. Not this packed how it is in this shot right here. It is close to that. I would say it's midway between these two, but it's definitely not this. On the visual side of things, you thought that PC doesn't get an upgrade. Well, it actually does. So for both next generation consoles and PCs running on the ultra settings, the distance at which detailed grass, plants, rocks, and other objects are shown has been increased, which was obviously from the trailer. For next gen consoles and PCs running on ultra setting, the density of terrain details such as foliage, fungi, and rocks has also been increased, so that wasn't just my imagination. Texture and geometric details on a large number of objects such as foliage, fungi, and rocks have been significantly increased. I presume that this applies to PC as well. Now, to top it all off, to make this even better, and the reason why we're seeing these improvements is because they also introduced a significant number of performance optimizations for all of the platforms. So not just the new gen, the old gen, or well, the current gen gen and the PC version of the game, as it was already implied from these patch notes right here. Now on the quality of life stuff, one surprise is the fact that they have improved the feel of space combat. Target locking has been improved and enemy ships are now more visible with cleaner UI, though it's really hard to tell from the trailers if not from the gameplay. We have to test the gameplay to see how this would look. Now the camera shake caused by gassy hazardous flora has also been reduced. The camera shake when shooting nearby objects has also been reduced, and I kind of wish that they also did that for the extractors, but I'm not seeing any of these here as well. And outside of these, we have a bunch of bug fixes right here at the bottom that I'm gonna leave you guys at it. You can go ahead and read them. I'm gonna again link the post directly because for some reason right now it doesn't properly display on the main website. But this is basically it with the update. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.